Nemesis Reloaded #1 marks the return of Mark Millar's anti-Batman. 15 years ago, Mark Millar and Steve McNiven created this character who, unlike Batman, uses his wealth and his powers to terrorize people rather than help them. This book is filled with non-stop violence from beginning to end, exquisitely drawn by Batman artist Jorge Jimenez. From beginning to end, Nemesis just wreaks havoc on everyone, from civilians to drug dealers to police, indiscriminately. And he does it with a smile. What plot there is basically just has Nemesis, while he's also killing everyone in sight, he's getting together a group of henchmen so he can rain even more terror down on the citizens of Los Angeles. Much like Batman, who also trained since he was a child to become an expert at his craft, Nemesis studied at the feet of drug lords, gangsters, and all kinds of murderers to become what he is today. I did not read the original 4-issue series, but I suppose more will be revealed about his origins, his secret identity, because none of that is really talked about in this issue. The violence, though extremely well drawn, is incredibly graphic, so if you're not a violence-loving kind of reader, this is definitely not for you. Miller mentions in the back matter of the book, actually the front matter, he starts right off with it. He talks how Nemesis is going to be a huge part of his Miller world going forward. He teases that Nemesis will play a huge part in this big event he has coming in July of this year called Big Game, where several characters will cross over, including the characters from his new comic Nightclub, The Magic Order Volume 4, and this new series called The Ambassadors. He's actually calling this series a soft reboot of the Nemesis character, hinting that whatever happened before, just don't pay any attention to that because it doesn't really matter in the continuity anymore. I don't know what that means for the collectability of the previous series, which I think was kind of a pricey #1 for a book not that old. So we'll see how that affects the character and those books going forward. Even though the plot is pretty much non-existent in this story, I still would like to see what happens with this character and see what they do with him in the Millerverse. This kind of book is really the specialty of Mark Millar, as those fans of his can attest to. And he seems to keep getting blessed with really gifted artists, so that really helps the story a lot. I like to think of this as the comic book equivalent of a good action movie. It's a good page turner, good thing to munch popcorn while watching, and it's entertaining in that aspect, if that's what you're looking for. Well, there you have it. Nemesis Reloaded #1, a soft reboot of a very popular series from a few years ago. That's going to do it for this Indie Comics review. Be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn notifications on if you like to see when I'm making my next video. So until next time, see you guys in the funny papers. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.